Hello friends, you're with a Lonesome Gamer, and today I'm playing Dungeon Universalis. Now we're continuing our campaign, and the last thing was we killed the horse thieves and freed the horses, and we brought them here to Irish Thai, and the king was so happy about that, or the emperor, that he invited us to a hunt. And that hunt will be here at the Wild Boar Forest. And that's going to be our next adventure. So I hung out here at Irish Thai and visited the market, the inn, and managed to get an experience point. She did at the combat school. And now we're gonna move here to this forest. So first, before I do that, I'm not even ready for this. I gotta prepare all the cards and all that. I forgot about that. Okay, so I guess I'm ready to go now, and we're leaving the settlement, so we got to roll here for the event. And on a 5+, we're gonna see an event here. Okay, that's a 1. That should unlock a quest, but there is no quest from what I know. And now after that, these guys will move, and so I guess they're gonna move kind of like this, and then we're gonna go here and roll again. Okay, that's a 5, and that means we're gonna have an event here. So let's see, I guess a 12-sided die should be fine. Okay, that's number 3, so there we go. It's a farm. You are welcome in a small farm. The farmers give you 1 pack of provisions. Nice. Roll a d6. Okay, that's a 1. Okay. Okay, so that's it. We simply get a quest pack of provisions. That's cool. And I'm gonna find that. Okay, there we go. So this basically allows us to heal 1 life point during a exploration turn. So not during combat. I'm gonna give this to him, I guess. And now these guys move, and I guess they simply move like this. And no, and I'm gonna move here now to the Wild Boar Forest. I wonder if I should go to this thing here, but first we gotta roll again, and on a 5+, we're gonna have an event, and that is not the case. So I wonder what this is, if this is some kind of oracle or sacred or some kind of ruin. Gotta find out. Okay, that's a sacred place. So the heroes may make their offerings to the gods in this place. Roll a d6. I think I'm going to do that. So I got to subtract 1 if we did not achieve the mission, but we did. So let's see. Okay, that's a 3. The gods are indifferent to your offering. Okay, no result. It's kind of interesting. We could, because it's in a forest, we could actually get a tree giant there. Sounds pretty impressive, but honestly, I think I want to save my money for now. Yeah. I'm not even sure if I could afford that. Maybe I want to check that. This guy is pretty impressive, but he would cost me $50. But I think it's pretty cool that you can hire someone like him. 20 life points and combat value of 4. He's got claws, tons of strength. So I think you don't want to fight this guy. But if he's on your side, it's kind of cool. So maybe one day we'll come back here and hire that tree giant. To a certain point, it actually feels a little bit overpowered. On the other hand, if you run around with this guy, you get an additional 20 value points. So maybe that's even something you might want to avoid. Okay, so I guess we're done, and I guess we are ready for the adventure here now. So let's see. Thori, the warlord you accompany, is proud to ride alongside his emperor, Taishang. He rides one of the horses he has been presented with. You, who recovered those animals... Oops, sorry. Oh, god damn it. Accompany the great lords along with other servants. Every year, in order to celebrate the beginning of spring, the emperor hunts wild boars in the forests closest to his home. However, when you have barely started to deep into the forest, an arrow hits the emperor's shoulder and he falls to the ground. Okay? Find out who shot the arrow at the emperor and knock him out before he manages to escape by reaching the goal. Okay. It's the Taishiang Empire, special rules. The archer, excuse me, the archer 1 will give priority to running towards the goal whenever he is not engaged. He will step on the exploration arrows like any other hero in order to reveal the next section. The quest starts with the activation of character 1, handled by the dark player. Then the hero's first turn begins. You're alert! Each of the characters in the group of heroes must pass a perception test during their first turn in order to be activated. Otherwise, they will have to wait for the next turn. Oh my goodness. No achievement count or reserve points are used. Okay. So it seems we just have to catch this archer. So this is the scenario and the map, and basically there should be activation arrows back here, all the way back here. I'm not going to use them. I'm just going to place this thing here, but all of these 4 squares are basically exit squares and then you can reveal the next section. I guess there are a couple of them. I'm pretty sure that also takes an action. It says he steps on these squares in order to activate just like a hero. So I think revealing a new section is also an action for him. He cannot simply run into the next section. So we're back here and we enter the scenario here on this square here, but we got to make this weird test. So if we don't do the perception test right, yeah, we cannot move basically, and then we lose the first turn. And he starts, so that means he simply will run. This is the guy here, so he's kind of fast, I guess. He has stealth, that means he can ignore an enemy's melee range once per combat turn. He's got a composite bow. And I think that's pretty much it. And stealth. Yeah, that's it. So let's see, he wants to run. And so we're going to give him the black dice here. Maybe he blunders. Well, he doesn't. So he can run overall 10 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And he ends up right there. Now the thing is, I think I'm going to move him. I cannot, because of this obstacle, I cannot go like this, because that would give him cover, but that's not going to work. He cannot go from here to here. He has to do this additional step, basically. So I think if he wants to go the fastest way here, it's probably a good idea to run just like that. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's more clever for him if he goes like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Why is that 9? And yeah, wait a minute. Oh, he was here. Yeah, okay. So the reason is that it's not so easy for me to get line of sight on him if he's there, because there is the tree here and these obstacles kind of hide him. And I think we should play in a way that he has the best possible advantage here. Okay, so now let's see. Find it hard. I guess that she is probably in the best shape when it comes to perception. She's got the sharp senses, and it's not an initiative roll, I think. It's just a perception roll. So yeah, she's got the sharp senses, and she can also use the Warhound's sharp senses. So she's got a 2 basically. Man, that's not great. So she needs an 8 to be successful here. Is that really? I mean, that is pretty crazy. That's really hard. Yeah, indeed, that is the case. I really wonder how you can catch this guy. It really seems pretty impossible. So let's see, I need an 8 here. Oh, I didn't get that. Okay, I wonder if I should spend fortune. I didn't even set this all up. Oh boy. So, you know, actually I think I'm going to spend 1 fortune point. I mean, I don't know, I'm going to try it again. I find it hard. I mean, if I lose the first turn, I don't see how I can catch this guy at all. Okay, that's just a 7. That's not good enough, I guess. So I get a perception of 0, basically, and I get a +1 for that, and another +1 for that. And that's it. Yeah, that is just for initiative, so that doesn't help. Yeah, couldn't do it. Weird. Okay, so let's see. Let's do it with him now. He also blew it. I'm not even sure if I want to. He doesn't have an arrow. I mean, I don't know, man. He's not going to make it anyway. Let's see what the dwarf can do. Oh boy, he blundered. And she... I mean, she could use a spell if she's really good. Okay, she's got an 8, but that doesn't help her either because... I mean... Is that... This is pretty ridiculous. Is that really the rule? I find that hard to believe. Pass a perception test. Yeah. So, no. Okay, nobody activates. So that means this guy can now activate the next section, and then... I could use the... Yeah, maybe... You know, actually, I could use the Warhound... But I'm not sure if I want to do that. I think that's tricky. Yeah. You know, I think I'm going to try to use the Warhound. I think he might have a real chance to do it. And he actually did. He just did it with his sharp senses. A 9 is good enough. So he can now start running. But he can never run more than 12 spaces than the character who controls it. So, let's see. Oh, that's that's fantastic. Well, it's still a 10. I mean, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I guess. Okay, great. So now this guy can activate the next section. So the archer activated this or revealed this section. And, you know, I was kind of trying to help him by moving down here. Of course, I didn't know that he had to go up again, but I didn't know that, so I think it's legal anyway, and he loses a couple of points here. So he goes now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He cannot run because he used the action to reveal the section. And now I guess my guys can finally run. So we're going to start with the cat. Okay, she can move 10 spaces now. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to go here. Then the Warhound can move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, we got to roll a die, of course. 6, 7. He's got a movement of 7, I think. So he is pretty fast. 8, 9, 10. So he might actually get this guy. Yeah, he can go here. He cannot enter the melee range. You cannot do that when you're running. But yeah, he's in a pretty good position now. Now it's the dwarf, and I mean he's super slow anyway because he wears the chain. Okay, so it's okay. So it's let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He just can go up to here, and the wizard, sorceress, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So she ends up here. Oh, look at that. And this guy, he can go then here, I guess. Okay. Okay, so again, it's the next morning, and continuing this. Now this guy goes to this edge here, and I wonder if there is any advantage if I try to keep him out of line of sight behind that tree here. I don't think that makes any sense, because these guys cannot make it anyway. And the dog will catch him eventually, I think. So maybe I go 1, 2, 3, and then I go here, and then I'm going to reveal the new section here. Okay, so this is really getting big. It's kind of off the table there. The problem is that I cannot remove these sections here because the guys are still standing there. And so what's interesting here, the river is impassable. There's a bridge here which is difficult terrain, so he's got to slow down there a little bit. So he's got to make his way like this and then cross here and go here. And that might give us some time, especially for the people who have a bow or spells. So if they are in this area here, they might be able to reach him here somewhere. And that's possibly our last chance. I think it probably is. So now it's the dog, and I can reach this guy now, and if I do it the right way, I might be able to kind of block his way and to stop him from running. Now he has no line of sight to me, and that means he cannot do a defensive shot either. He's not facing me anyway, but even if he would have turned around in this situation, he had no line of sight. But he couldn't do it in either way. I tried to figure that out before. Otherwise, I would have tried to arrange it in a way that he could do a defensive shot. But that tree here gives me cover until I'm so close, and then I can just jump out and attack the guy. So let's see how I can do this in the best possible way. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I want to end up here and then attack the guy. So let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because in this way he cannot just run away from me. Okay. So now we have an attack, and so the thing is, the guy is unarmed. He cannot use his bow in a melee combat, so that gives him a -1. He's got a combat strength of 4, and so do I. So therefore, let's put that somewhere else. Therefore, I got basically a +1 on him. Let's hope for the best here. Okay, that is awesome. That's good enough. That's a hit. And so I only have fangs. So I do 3 damage. He's got an armor of 4. He wears a leather armor. I think so, at least. Yeah. Okay. So let's see. That's 1 hit. That's not so great. But okay, he takes 1 damage. And then it's the other guys. Starting with the sorceress, so she can move 10 points, I guess. 1, 2, 3. Oh, actually, that is not true. I should have done it the other way. I should have activated him last, because he cannot move that far away from the pet master. But in the end, it doesn't matter. I mean, I could have simply moved her first. If she blunders now, though, I couldn't do it. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so I'm standing here now. And now it's, if she blunders, I have a problem. I cannot do this action. But let's see. Now that is awesome. Okay, she did, of course. So but I'm gonna spend a fortune here, and we'll see. Maybe I can make it. Oh boy. Okay, that's a 6. Yeah, that's good enough. So she can run 1. She cannot go like this because there's this obstacle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And well, I might as well go here. It doesn't really matter. No, actually I can't, because again of this obstacle here. So the thing is now that the dog is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's totally fine. Okay, so the Cyclop. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and we're kind of stuck here. Maybe I can run around this thing somehow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That doesn't help me at all. So we end up here. And the dwarf is a little slower anyway. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, because of his chainmail. Okay. And now it's getting a little interesting. We got to activate the bowman again. And honestly, it's a little tricky. So his priority is to make it to here, basically. So he's not eager in fighting. He can ignore the melee range once because of the stealth, but he cannot pass me. There is no way he can do it. He has to ignore it basically 3 times, and that's not gonna work. So let's see. Disengage. If engaged, yeah, it will always try to disengage, and then he tries to do the ranged attack here. The only question is, does he want to go for this guy or for this guy here? Okay, so if he disengages, then he's going to relocate. And up to 3 squares away from the priority target. That's a tricky thing. I think he just wants to move probably 1 square away, because in a way his priority is to go in the other direction. So first let's see if he can disengage at all. He's got an agility of 2. That is not a lot. So he needs an 8 to do that. And he has that. So he can do it. He can disengage. Oh no, actually he could. That's not the issue here, because he's got the stealth, so he can definitely disengage. The only question is, where does he go? And I think he will probably go this way. That's the best for him. It's yeah. Usually it says he would relocate up to 3 spaces, so he would go a little more in this direction. But that's not an advantage for him in this case. So I'm going to do it there and kind of adjust his actions a little bit to the adventure here. And now he's going to try to shoot the dog. And there is a chance that he can kill him. Let's see. Okay, that's a 5. That's not going to be enough. He moved, so he would have needed a 7. Yeah, because of his movement, he would have needed a 7 to hit. So very good. So now we have good chance to actually stop him. So if we move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, we can do that. We can move with the wizard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Turn around, and now we can use, and obviously there's no defensive shot possible because I started my movement out of line of sight, and now I can try the green flame here. Or do I want to do the brain damage? Well, it doesn't really matter that much. I could also do the God Crush them. There's a little bit of risk involved. No, I can't because I moved. Yeah. I think I'm going to go for the green flame. So, simply going to roll. Yeah, I need a 5 actually. And by the way, there was one thing I missed until now, and so whenever there is an active spell, so basically a permanent spell, if I guess, then the follow-up spells, if you cast them, you have a -1 penalty on intelligence. I always miss that. The thing is, this time, because I had a little break of a couple of days and there are tons of rules, so what I did is I used this thing here. This is not the rule book. It's this kind of this thing here that you can, yeah, that which shows you all the rules and all that. And this is really excellent. At first I was skeptical because, yeah, it's very, you know, the printing is very small and all that, and it's I thought, come on, you cannot get the rules in such a small format, and it's hard to read and whatever. But actually it's very, very good. You got, I don't know, nearly all the rules are in there. Maybe, of course, not the campaign rules and also not the artificial dark player rules, but everything else is in there. And that is fantastic. It really is. It's a very good refresher. If you come back to this game after a couple of days or weeks, you read these 4 pages and you got basically every information you need. Okay, so let's see if we can do this spell. We need a 5 to successfully cast that. Oh boy. Okay, I'm an experienced wizard, so I can try it again. My skill allows that. Okay, we did it this time. 6, and that means we can now roll for damage. I'm still an apprentice, so that means I can roll only 4 dice. Now if I get another if I get another upgrade, I will actually no longer be an apprentice, and then yeah, my spells are clearly more powerful. That would be great. So let's see, 4 dice of damage. I gotta beat a 4. And that looks pretty good. He takes 2 more damage. So he is now seriously wounded. That also slows him down. And of course I gotta spend a mana here. And now I guess there's a good chance that the shooter can finish him off. So he moves 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces, I guess. It's a little tricky. No, he cannot do a defensive shot anyway. So I'm going to move here. I might actually move here. It doesn't really make a difference. And then I try to hit, and I only need a... Well, I moved, so I got a -2 because I moved more than half. Oh, that's true actually. 1, 2, yeah, I moved more than half of my movement value, so I got a -2 modifier. So I'm gonna need a 7 to hit. And I have 1, and I got a critical 2, so that means I can roll now 5 dice, and I'm pretty sure we killed the guy. Yeah. Okay, that's it. We're done. Awesome. And so as a reward, we will definitely kind of search the body. Nothing there. But now we can read the end of the mission. So let's see what we find. Okay. So it says, mission accomplished, you got him. You have captured the attacker, who will soon discover that young rulers tend to show no mercy. Taie Xiang is wounded, and several servants quickly take him to a physician. Each of you will be rewarded with 5 coins as soon as you enter Tha Mei. Okay, and we got another mission going on, M23. So +1 experience points for the hero. Who knocked out the archer who wounded the emperor. Okay, so that means everybody gets 1, and she gets an additional 1. So these 2 ladies have now 2, and these guys have 1, if I'm not mistaken here. Okay, cool. I wonder what I wonder what happens if this guy would have done it, the dog. Maybe she gets then the additional point, or nobody does. Probably nobody would. So this is something I have to be careful. I have to take care of, that I don't do the final blow with the dog, because yeah, otherwise I might lose 1 experience point. Gotta remember that. Okay, great. Yeah, it was a neat mission. I gotta say, I really like that the missions feel pretty different, actually. I mean, you got your dungeons, typical dungeon crawl missions, but even they, I mean, they have a different feeling, you know. It's a difference if I'm in kind of in a relatively small house, which happened, I think, also once or twice, where I fought the bandits, or if I'm in this kind of outdoor, maybe cave-like area where I fought the giant, and also, of course, the totally different types of monsters. Yeah, that definitely made a difference here, and but also yeah, the difference between these typical dungeon-like missions where you kind of explore and you have your dice and there are traps and whatever, and then on the other hand you have more like we had a skirmish mission at the very start where there was this not too big area where we just basically had to fight 3 guys. And here we have this hunt, where we're gonna run through all these outdoor spaces, which felt totally different than everything we had before. So I really like that, and it shows again all the possibilities the system offers you. That's really cool. Okay, so I guess we're back on the campaign map now. Okay, so we're back on the campaign map, and right here. So the next adventure will be here in Xion Thai, or in the area around Xion Thai, I guess. So I think I wanna go to the inn first, and yeah, we'll see. Maybe I'll try to get another pet. Not sure about that, but it's I don't know. So let's go down here. I mean, that's for sure. And I'm gonna roll, and I'm gonna roll. The thing is, there was a comment that you basically can choose to take the road or this one if you enter this area from anywhere. But I don't know if I want to do that. I think I will only allow me to take the road if I really travel on the road. So if I go from here to here and then here, for example. But if I come from somewhere else, I have to take the plane, and so that's what we do. So we roll here, and we have no adventure, and now we enter this castle here, and we roll again, and on a 4, and again no adventure here. Okay, fine. So let's visit the different spots here. We didn't make a ton of money during the last adventure, just 20 bucks. That's not a lot. So the thing is, I like to buy this thing here, the Guardian Amulet, but that is only available in here, Thame. That's where the magic shop was. So there I could buy that. That would cost me 30 bucks. And gosh, I got 41 bucks of gold here. I think I will buy the amulet after my adventure here, but still I don't want to spend too much money, just in case maybe if things go wrong or something. So I definitely want to go to the inn with her and her. She spent 2 fortune. I want to get that back. So I got to bring, and if she visits the inn, I guess the dog has, I don't know. I mean, that's an interesting question. Can we leave the dog outside? Probably not. He needs food and stuff like that. So I guess we got to pay for the dog too. So that means it's gonna be 6 bucks that we have to pay. So we're down to 35. So I'm actually considering sending her to the combat school. I think I want to do that. So I'm going to spend 2 bucks. And then I have to pass an intelligence test. She's got an intelligence of 3. So that means I need a 7. And I have that. And now I can roll. And on a 5 or 6, I get an experience point. So let's hope for the best here. And I got one. Awesome. That was great. That was definitely worth 2 bucks. Because now she has, again, 3 experience points. So we might consider getting an additional skill. I gotta think about that. I probably want to go with an additional skill. No, that's actually interesting. I realize here it says The first increase of movement for a scout requires 1 less point than usual. And I only need 1 point to increase this from 5 to 6, and I'm still at 5, so I can do that for free. Of course I'm going to do that. So she is now faster. And I could increase her intelligence, but I think I prefer some skill, actually. So let's see. Let's roll a die here. Let's see what we get. Okay, that's a 1. That's pretty cool, because that's his combat skill. And yeah, let's see what we can find there. Okay, I guess I want to use the fast shooting. That seems really like an incredibly strong card. Character may shoot twice in a turn as long as he doesn't move. However, his shooting ability is reduced by 1. This skill can't be used with weapons with the rule reload. Okay, so I got a +1 here anyway because it's a magical weapon. So that is pretty awesome. Basically need a 5 to hit. I can shoot twice. I think that's very, very strong. And yeah, I got a higher movement value now too. So really good. And yeah, it's a little odd that these, you know, I really think that some of these, I mean, they're not these skills, they don't seem balanced at all. Some of them seem to be clearly better than others. And I think it would be kind of cool that if they had a different value, you know, if you had, I don't know, for the lesser skills, let's say you only have to pay 2 points or something. Or maybe for the better skills, 4 experience points or so. It would have been really easy to do. I'm not sure why they actually didn't do that, because, yeah, as I said, I think to some extent it really feels pretty clear that a skill like fast shooting is simply better than a skill like hatred toward a very specific creature, for example, right? Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've chosen until now pretty good skills, but yeah, obviously some that are still in the deck are simply not quite as great. Okay, so I guess we're fine. We're gonna leave the settlement again. I don't want to spend too much money, as I already said, because I want to buy the magical item here in Thame, and therefore we're going to leave now. So we got to roll for this, I guess. I don't know what it was. Yeah, I think it was a 5. Okay, so we don't have an encounter there, and that means we can now set up. Oh, actually, wait a minute. We were in the inn. So first we got to roll. Yeah, first. Okay, wait a minute. When we moved here, we didn't move these guys, so that's something we got to do like this, pretty much. And now at the inn, we got to roll if there will be additional markers. And I got to count now my value points. I should write that down. So that's a little tricky. So we all start with 10. Let's see how many additional points we have. Now he has 1 additional, which is worth 2. 1 upgrade, basically. For every upgrade, you got to count 2. So this is 2. The Hound is 2, which makes it 4. She's got another 2, so we're at 8. Let's see. This guy has 1, 2. I think he also has 2. Yeah, I think he also has 2. So that means we're at 12. And she has 2 new spells. Does she? No, she's got one new spell, I think. Yeah, 1 spell. So that makes it 14. And the recovering mana thing. So we're 16. So we have now 56 points, if I'm not mistaken. We have 56 value points. And I think for every 10 value points, you got to roll a die. So we roll 5 dice here. And for every 6, yeah, let's say 6 exactly. For every 6, a new marker is placed there. So there we go. And then we moved out of the city here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that these guys will move. So let's do it like this. Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna take a picture here, and then I can set up the new adventure. So here we have the new adventure. It says martial arts. And it's been 2 weeks since the incident at the hunting. Now you are within the grounds of Shionthai Castle, ready to test your worth in 3 different competitions. Archery, hand-to-hand unarmed combat, and horseback combat. Goal, you must win at least 2 or 3 competitions. So, there's no achievement counter, reserve points are used, neither is the Dark Player's card deck. Special rules, each hero will be able to participate in all 3 competitions. That's weird. Archery, hand-to-hand combat, and horseback combat. Oh god, look at that. Well, they really came up with something here. For each competition, the following matchings will be used. As in any sport competition, each one of the heroes will occupy at random one of the 8 places with a circle. The rest of the positions will be occupied by an elite warrior of the faction handled by the Dark Player. This is awesome. After each confrontation with an opponent, the winner will advance to the next round, occupying the corresponding yellow cycle. The winner of the following round, whoever wins the final will be the winner of the competition. Okay, and we got to do 3 competitions? Holy crap. Restrictions. None of the competitions allows the use of magic objects, relics, common or special objects. The use of magic and fortune points is not allowed either. You cannot fly during competitions. I don't know. I mean, without a cool magic longbow, she is not in the best position. So, but I think I don't have to do it, right? I could try hand-to-hand combat maybe, but yeah. So archery, 5 shooting skill opposed rolls against their opponent. They must get the highest score by aiming at a target. Whoever wins 3 of the opposed rolls will be the winner of the match. Well, I mean, we can give it a shot, I guess. There is no risk to die or something. This is a really weird thing, but okay, why not? I mean, I guess I'm gonna give it a try. So, holy shit. So technically, we could actually. I think we could simply. Everybody could start everywhere because there's no risk that you could die or something. So therefore, yeah, I guess I'm going to start with the archery competition and randomly place my heroes somewhere and we'll see what happens. It's pretty much a lot of dice rolling, I guess. I'm not even sure if I want to do that in front of the camera. It seems like a pretty boring thing to show. Well, I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to load this up for now, and yeah, I'm not sure what to do with this adventure. It seems weird. I mean, it's fun that there is something like that. So, yeah, we'll see. Hope to see you on the next video or on lonesomegamer.com. Bye.